Just over 5 years ago, our family moved from southern Ontario, Canada, to northwestern Pennsylvania. I had lived in Canada for nearly 11 years by then, so it was a fairly hard move. However, all of us but Mom had dual citizenship, so visiting Canadian friends was not too uncommon, as we had only moved 4.5 hours away. Changing from a Canadian suburb to the extremely green woods of Pennsylvania was a fairly big change. Our new house was surrounded by trees, and there was a lake right down the road that we could fish and kayak in, although it was just a touch too disgusting for swimming, not to say we didn't have a couple accidental dives. My point is, we may have just topped that last move. Though it's only a temporary move of 1 year, it still was a huge deal for our family. We've left the mild, though rather bipolar climate of Crawford County and headed across the ocean for the city of Chiang Mai, Thailand. But we still had 14,000 kilometers and over 22 hours of flying before we would arrive at our new home. And I was doing these 22 hours of flying all while dealing with first and second degree burns from an explosion of a WD-40 can on my arms and face, most of which had just reached a very itchy stage of healing. The care was fairly intense and required me to have my arms wrapped and covered in ointment, meaning the best I could do for the itching was apply light pressure and try to distract myself with movies and such. Anyways, we boarded our first flight from Pittsburgh to Detroit. It was just a little plane with a 3-2 seating arrangement, which I thought was a little weird, and the flight was only 50 minutes long. I sat by my brother and we were both so tired that the whole flight just ended up being a little chaotic.
What?
Shrimp. I said peanut butter.
Right. I'm leaving all this audio in.
Peanut butter. He's not hot.
Oh wait, that looks like
Working harder, I've been working, huh?
Oh wait, that looks like an airport over there. Mark brown stain on the horizon. I'm leaving everything. I'm gonna just have a compilation of you.
So, after that strange little flight, we landed in Detroit. It was a pretty nice airport with a train inside the terminal, which was very cool, and we only had about a 2-hour layover. We boarded the long flight and settled in for a grind. The 15-hour flight from Detroit to Seoul, South Korea was a pretty bizarre experience. Because of the direction we were flying, we didn't get a minute of nighttime the whole way there, although people kept their shades down. It kind of put you into this strange twilight zone, and my circadian rhythm was suffering. We flew over Japan, though, and that was pretty neat. Finally, we arrived in South Korea.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats and fasten your seatbelts. Thank you.
I was surprised how smoggy it was. The horizon was practically impossible to see.
Whoa, that's a shiny airport.
It looked like a nice enough city, but we never went further than a couple kilometers from the airport. Although it was a very nice airport, as one would expect from a city like Seoul. After landing, we headed to our hotel to try and sleep off our jet lag in the 23-hour layover we had. It was right by the airport, and I opened up my drone just to see if I could take off. Surprisingly, I actually could have by DJI's standards, although I would have needed to unlock it, and I felt like flying from a place where you could feel the airplanes go by you was probably not legal at all. We flew out of Seoul the next day, and the flight went well. After 7 hours, short compared to our cross-Pacific flight, we arrived in Chiang Mai. I'll have other videos coming out soon about all the things I love about this place, but for now I think it sums it up to say that we got here and we're very happy here. So this is where we are right now, and also why I haven't uploaded a video in, I don't know, a quarter of a year. This video took a ridiculously long time to edit. I'm sorry. I've got some other videos in the making, and I'm pretty sure it shouldn't take 3.5 months to upload them. Until then, stay safe.